Another cast replay here. We have REYNOR versus Bunny from the Stay at Home Cup in the first map on Lightshade, playing as the blue Terran up in the left hand side of Lightshade. Give it up, it is Bunny. In the bottom right, in the red, as the Zerg player. Give it up, it is REYNOR. Alrighty, so game number one here from Lightshade. And I'm interested to see how things end up playing. Now, I know that REYNOR has been having some good success lately. I mean, he's been on top of his game for a while now. We've seen it, you know, him and Cyril really have fought. You know, we have been seeing a lot more like Protosses and stuff like that coming through as well. But REYNOR has been one of these top Zergs for a while now. Even winning IEM Katowice. So really cool to see him still as we go into you know, Stay at Home Story Cup. So I'm excited to see where he wants to go with this. Now Bunny has had some success. It doesn't seem like as of late he has been at the top of his game. He's still been making some good strides though, so I'm interested to see, you know, where he goes through this series. Now, Bunny going to be opening up with that Reaper first, going to be going into an expansion pretty early. And REYNOR, of course, going into that hatch before pool. Pretty standard stuff. REYNOR loves to use those roach plays. Sometimes we'll go into like Ling Bane, Muta. Really has a good variety of all things. It feels like, and especially his late game is just really fantastic. So we'll see as this kind of progresses and what goes on, see where they want to go with this. Now, the Reaper is on the way across the map here for Bunny. Behind this, he's going to be going into a factory play. Eventually going to be getting that second gas, and we'll be able to start making Hellions. Now, question is becoming, how many Hellions does he want to go in with this series? Does he want to go into 4 to 6? Does he want to try maybe doing some drops? Definitely is a possibility. We'll see. Bunny trying to get some damage done, not able to really pick anything off. Gets a couple low drones and also a couple low lings, but nothing really killed off. And for the time being, the Reaper is just going to back off from everything. Maybe goes into the main and potentially tries to get another scout. Just wants to see, you know, is he going for, you know, maybe some quick roaches? Is there something going on there? He's going to switch the factory. Going to be going into Starport behind this and adding on that double alien style. Good. And I like this from Bunny as well. We see a lot of pros do this, and I think it's good just in general of keeping that Reaper in the front. He's going to go into the main and try to scout out once again, but not overextending, not poking, and really not trying to get damage done with the Reaper itself in this early game. Like, yeah, maybe if he can squeeze it in, but a lot of it is just scouting. A lot of it is just making sure, hey, I know where everything is at. So alrighty, so Bunny coming in now with the Hellions. He does have that additional Reaper, and we will start seeing him kind of going more and more into this. Now, opening up into Viking, we do actually see REYNOR with that Overlord speed already finished up. Gonna get some scouting actually on both sides. And yeah, I like it. Queens are going to be able to push away the Hellions and the Reaper. So we do have more Hellions coming across the map behind this. Going to be going into a starport with the medevac on the way, and also going into an armory. So we are going to start seeing that Hellbat kind of push coming out from Bunny. Now, a lot of Terrans don't find that much success with this Hellion push, but I don't necessarily believe it is just to end everything, right? I don't know if it's necessarily designed to just finish it off. I guess maybe if REYNOR decides just to go heavy lings, it's going to do really good. But nowadays, Zergs are just so adept at making a lot of queens that by the time this actually hits, they just have so much infantry to deal with this. So Hellbats are going to be morphed in. Going to throw in a few Marauders to help deal with this as well. Viking is in place. Eventually might land this. Some beautiful splits actually coming out here from Bunny. Does eventually clean up all of those Bailings without losing too much. Ends up losing the medevac, and I think the Viking fell as well. Yep. And yeah, I mean, gonna continue to push in there, but the transfuse is just a little bit too great. And I gotta say, this is really good from Bunny. I mean, we've seen players that just try to crash everything in and ends up just losing right away. Now, REYNOR is going across the map with a handful of links for a counterattack, but oh no, he's gonna get into the natural here. The links automatically coming down, the depots going up, and GG's as REYNOR takes the victory there. And just a very simple counterattack, and that's one of the big things that we see from these kind of pushes is if you don't get the damage done, the counterattack potential is very much there. So unfortunate because of the depot being down, but we will see in game number 2 if Bunny can somehow make a comeback here. Let's go ahead and jump into it. All right. Here in the bottom left-hand corner in the blue, playing as the Terran pieces, give it up, it is Bunny. And the bottom or top right in the red, give it up for the Zerg, it is REYNOR. So REYNOR really didn't do anything that fantastic. I think it was just a very good execution. He went into the Bailings and was able to, I guess, essentially, you know, shut down the essential push of that from Bunny. Now, Bunny going into the barracks will eventually get into an expansion, and we're gonna see, does he do the same kind of thing? I mean, I don't think so. It's kind of one of those, maybe try to get a quick win, and if the Zerg isn't ready, yeah, definitely you're gonna get the damage done. But a Zerg like REYNOR's status, like his play style, his abilities, you don't really see that working out too much. Maybe just using the Hellions and going and trying to eliminate a lot of the drones would have been better, but ultimately that goal is to try to get a kill on the third base, try to delay that, try to take advantage of the fact that a Zerg is going for that quick third base, right? I think that is really what you're looking at as a Terran when you're doing a build like that. Marauders are good against Bailings, so that's why you kind of have those as well. The Hellbats, even though they are a little bit tanky sometimes against Bailings, against Lings, you just have to be careful with that. And I think Bunny had some really beautiful splits there. You know, and really kind of allowed the push to keep going. But once the medevac got shut down, once the Viking disappeared, it makes that push very, very hard to get anything done, especially when you have like 7 queens all together, transfusing each other. So, alrighty, so the Reaper are making its way across the map. We do have him coming in as the first couple of Lings do pop out. More Lings are on the way, coming down from the main base. Bunny again, just going to be doing this little dance with the Zerglings. Doesn't look like he's going to get a kill by the time the Queen does pop out, but just allows the Zerg to stay honest, right? Their base is on the way now for REYNOR behind this, and we're going to go into the factory. Going to be switching it around onto the barracks very soon. And I like it. The one thing I like here, though, is REYNOR isn't really going heavy into Lings right now, right? He's just droning up. He's got speed, yeah. Just getting himself in a position to have some defensive capability. Actually gets the kill there on the Reaper, so very good job. A little bit of a misplay from Bunny. Shuts down any of the aggression for the moment on Bunny's side, so let's see. Massive drones coming through. Yeah, Queen's being able to start kind of spreading the creep and getting that across the map. We've seen Raynor have some incredible creep spread through it all. Now, Hellions going to be making the way across the map here for Bunny. As behind this, it is just going to be more Queens, getting 3 Queens at a time. Just insane. I mean, right now he's at 3 right now, so he'll be at 6. Going to be a Liberator follow-up with the Tech Lab. Slow Overlord will get in and scout, essentially what's going on here. And we'll know exactly what is about to happen. We'll not see what comes out, but more than likely he's going to know, hey, it's a Liberator. And we'll get in position. I think instantly, yeah. Sporecrawler is going to be going down. Stim is about halfway done, getting very close there. And we are going to start seeing those Hellions looking to fly in to get some more damage done, potentially into the natural here. But yeah, unfortunate. Queen's already in position. Raynor just going to be scouting it so perfectly. Bunny, man, just clearing up a little bit of creep, does lose a few of those Hellions. Yeah, I mean, the Liberator's not even able to get in really, as it is being attacked constantly by the Spore Crawlers and by the Queens. So really solid defense here from Raynor behind this Bunny, adding on those additional barracks and going to start his production, where eventually we are going to start seeing those Marines come through and really just trying to keep the creep at bay. Does have both of the E-base coming through, be able to start those upgrades. And here come those Hellions once again, just getting on creep, playing a very deadly game right now, but really not finding any success. 4th base behind this for Raynor. And yeah, I mean, he's really kind of going untouched so far. We look at the units lost. I mean, he's only lost a handful of Lings and a single, Overlord here. Going up to the lair, as we do have +1 on the way. He's going into a Baling Nest behind this, and already Bunny going into Widow Mines to kind of help with this. There we go. Oh, combat shield's on the way now. That stim is finished up. +1 for a Bunny, as he is going to start pushing across the map here. Widow Mines are going to be hidden, so maybe he can get something done with that. Liberator looking to get up on the top, as a 5th base is already on the way. Raynor just expanding like crazy. It's only 6 minutes into the game, already on a 6th or 5th base. Just insane. Is going to be able to start clearing up some of the creep. Widow Mines looking to potentially burrow and get a couple of pickoffs, as we see the Lings and the Baling starting to push in. Now, does get the cancel on the 5th base. Nice little wraparound. Will force Bunny back. Yeah, I mean, Queen's just going to take care of this. Transfuses just going to totally eliminate that. Beautiful play. And we are going to see Bunny coming back up to the top now. We're going to try to do a little bit of a multi-prong harass and really just start pushing this back. Now, behind all of this, Baling Speed is on the way. +1 just finished up for the Zerg. +1 is done as well for Bunny, as he's going straight into +2. Same going for Raynor. He's got more Balings on the way, as it looks like Bunny is starting to just try to push in. Loses a handful of Marines to the Balings, but eventually does get out of there. Infestation Pit on the way for Raynor. And now Raynor just focusing down the medevacs, and he has a good army here. It's one of the things about this kind of like heavy Lingbane style is it's very hard to get in. It's very hard to get an attack going, but Bunny doing an okay job starting to kind of clear things up, at least trying to. Does have the Widow Mines, which will be able to help, but Raynor's splits on these are just very good. Yeah. REYNOR just going to continue to spread that creep as best as possible. More Banelings on the way, going into Hydralisk did. So we'll be going into that Lingbane Hydra, but eventually is going up to the Hive Tech, and we'll get those Lurkers. I think it's kind of what his ultimate goal is here. We've seen those Lurkers just be utilized so well in the TVZ meta. It's insane. Alrighty. So REYNOR has a little bit of a force up here at the top, looking for a potential surround. Marines, though, are going to be split up. Takes care of the Banelings that were there and behind this. Now, 2 Lurker Dens on the way. And it's really a ticking time bomb right now for Bunny. Like, he's doing a good job clearing the creep, trying to keep it at bay. But at the same time, he has to get something done here. And unfortunately, because of the style that REYNOR's going with this mass Lingbane, and kind of how Bunny is sitting back on this, it's so hard for him to really push in and do anything. And behind all of this pressure, we see that 6th base coming out now for REYNOR. And I mean, yeah, he's able to get like a little bit of pressure and push back a little bit, but with the extra help, it's so much trouble. And now REYNOR going into those Lurkers. I think he actually sees this though, so he will be able to start preparing this. Trying to get on top of that 6th base, not going to be able to. And yeah, now Bunny in some trouble. He is going to switch over to tanks. He's got +3 on the way, making more Marauders and really just trying to help with that. But yeah, kind of unfortunate here. And now we're going to start seeing REYNOR essentially start pushing out onto the map. The creep spread doesn't get pretty insane here. Wants to be able to get on top of these Lurkers, but now with the Lurkers burrowed, he's in a lot of trouble. We do have more Spore Crawlers on the way, gonna go straight into the main base. But by the time he actually gets there, these Lings are going to be there. Yeah. Unfortunate. We do see the tanks gonna get sieged up, gonna get on top of these Queens. That could be a nice little pick off and stop the creep spread for a little bit here. Already that massive kind of pool coming out now as we see the Banelings rolling in, the Lings getting a nice surround. The tank in the back is doing a good job at keeping some of this at bay and really just trying to keep the Lurkers at home. But Bunny needs to find something, because right now we do have +3 on the way for the Zerg. He's got that Ling speed upgrade coming through, as well as now the adaptive talons and that was it seismic spines. So it just makes it harder and harder here for Bunny as this goes on. Now REYNOR is still, through all of this pressure, doing such a good job. Bunny is on a 4th base. I don't think it's going to help him out too much here. And yeah, with that beautiful surround coming out here from REYNOR, we'll be able to clean up a lot of Bunny's supply. The tank on the high ground is still trying to get some damage done, but will actually force Bunny back. Now Lurkers are going to re-siege and continue to push this back as a counterattack of Lings go towards that 3rd base. And this is where it gets really tough for the Terran. GG. And REYNOR, just like that, able to secure the victory. So GG's. Well played.